And the Lakers win by 8 and win the series 4-1. Los Angeles on to the NBA Finals.
I don't think anybody could have ever imagined us being here right now in this moment in time. And it was a really, really difficult summer for me.
But when you say it was difficult, I mean, what was it difficult to do? Was it difficult to sleep? Was it difficult to walk the streets of L.A.? I mean, what are you talking about?
No, walking the streets of L.A. was actually pretty easy because everybody was, understood exactly where I was coming from. I think for me it was more about, just not being able to sleep, and just tossing and turning, and every day just kind of, waking up with my kids and, enjoying this Cali weather and knowing that this might not be here come October.
How serious were you about leaving?
I was dead serious.
Dead serious.
Yeah.
You'd have left all of this.
Yeah. I had no choice.
And how do you think you would have felt had you made that decision?
It felt terrible. I mean, this is the place where I wanted to play, a place where I wanted to finish my career off, but it just seemed like we were going two separate directions.
In May, you're talking about, you know what, we need to make some changes. In October, these boys are ready. They seem to have convinced you at the time that, you know what, we've got a shot.
Right.
How is that possible?
I tweaked some things in my leadership in terms of trying to instill my DNA into the rest of the team.
How did you go about doing that? We all want to know that one.
That's something I figured out, buddy.
Huh?
That's something I figured out. You just don't divulge that information.
What I'm saying to you is that, this is Kobe Bryant. He's a 3-time world champion. He's a scoring champion. He's just led the Los Angeles Lakers to the NBA Finals. And you're talking about pretty much implementing your DNA into teammates. People want to know how you did that.
That's for them to figure out, because it took me a long time to figure that out.
Right.
You understand? I think it's something that, for me, it was always a challenge of how do you elevate your teammates? How do you raise your game? And, people on the surface look at it and say, okay, well, it's just about, kicking the ball to them when they're open and trusting them, and that's a bunch of baloney.
Put your emotions out there for the public at large and tell us specifically what is really touching you right now about getting back to the NBA Finals.
The part that's really special is that I'm doing it with a group of guys that they're like brothers to me. We all. I mean, I wish people could see how we are on a daily basis. I mean, it really is like a big old family.
People have been talking about comparisons with Michael Jordan for years, but more now than ever.
Why? Let it go. Leave it alone,
Can I just ask a question? Can I just ask a question?
Jeez.
3 titles, could be a 4th in a matter of weeks. League MVP, could be Finals MVP. And by the way, you go and win the gold this summer. Only one other person has done all of those things in one season, which is Michael Jordan. How are you going to get mad at that comparison?
I'm not mad at it. You're talking about the greatest that ever played the game.
Okay.
Come on. I mean, just let me do me.
Right.
Just let me do me.
But does not Kobe want to be the greatest?
Yeah, I want to be compared with Michael Jordan.
But don't you want to be the greatest?
I want to be the best I can be. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Michael is Michael. And I've learned so much from him. And he and I always talk. I could pick up the phone and call him. And he's always there for me. And, but you gotta let me be me. We're different people.
Let's go back to the last time you guys won a championship. It's been a while. It's been a while since you three-peated, obviously, and then you look at that, and then you think about where you are now. Have you thought about that at all?
Not once.
Not one time?
Not one time.
Why not?
I'm thinking about the next round.
Mm-hmm. Already?
Of course.
You got at least 5 days. Did you not enjoy it just a little? I'm
going to get close to the top of Mount Everest and just lay down and sleep for a week.
I'm not saying for a week,
but you could have my toes fall off. Oh, man, I'm going to keep moving.
Not even for a day?
Oh, man, you got to keep moving, man. Them boys are tough, man. We don't got time to sit down and rest on this thing. We enjoyed it last night, but come on.
So you've taken no time to reflect on the path that Kobe Bryant himself has taken over the last several years. Shaquille O'Neal leaves. Phil Jackson leaves. You're sitting down here alone in Los Angeles, taking all of this stuff, people questioning whether or not you're going to lead this organization back to the finals, back to the promised land, et cetera, et cetera. And now these years later, after accomplishing all of this, you're trying to tell me that never crossed your mind?
Yeah.
None of it?
No. I'm going to sit on a lily pad and meditate for a second? Nah, we got work to do. And it's important for me as leading his crew to send that message. We still got work. It's not time to sit and reflect and reminisce and be nostalgic. We got work to do.